We're back with breaking updates now coming in. The Israeli Defense Forces have released a new footage. This is the missile perspective footage. The IDF precisely dismantling a defense system in Tehran during the Operation Roaring Lion. The Israeli Air Force targeted dozens of Iranian defense systems, expanding the IDF's aerial superiority throughout Iran. Joining us on the broadcast is Noa Muzzafi, former IDF and AI researcher, joining us for a perspective from Israel. Now, Israel has made it clear that even though there is a new supreme leader in Iran, the attacks are going to continue. Noa, if you can help us understand on what the end game here will be, because we are now seeing that multiple air bases have been targeted within Iran. Israel also going on to say, even if there is a new leadership, they will come under attack. Yes, Noa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Good afternoon from Israel. Yes, everybody is following very closely on the changes of ranks and changes of leadership in Iran. I think that what has happened, that Israel has targeted all the 88 top leaders once they were just about to choose the next Ayatollah, and bombed everyone, was great work from the Israeli, American, and all of the region intelligence. I think that what we are afraid of, that the regime will know how to repair the lack or to correct the gap that was opening in the last week. But we can also see that more and more countries are joining the battle of Israel and the U.S. against Iran.
Yes.
Britain has announced that they are joining. France has sending new troops, and most Arab countries in the region, not allies or even in war with us, are now joining the fight as well.
But how are you looking at Iran's response? Does it seem like the United States or Israel undermined the succession plan within Iran and the retaliation?
I think that nobody has undermining Iran's intentions, and nobody takes Iran lightheaded. This is one of the reasons we attacked first. As for now, Iran has sending most of the missiles to Israel. Say that a lot of other countries in the region.
Okay, we seem to be facing technical difficulties. We'll try and reconnect that line. But this is the latest video that has been released. And now remember, while questions had been raised on whether there is a power vacuum in Iran, Iran has come up with a succession plan. And Khamenei's son has been named as the supreme leader of Iran. All right, we also have Ofir Dayan, former IDF spokesperson, also joining us on the broadcast. Thank you for joining us. If you can tell us about the situation currently in Israel, because there are clear indications coming in from the United States that this is going to be a long-drawn war, that it is going to go well beyond the expected few weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So President Trump hinted a few days ago that it might take longer, but I want to address the video that is now shown on your screens. This shows exactly the mission of this operation, of the Lion's Roar operation. It shows that the IDF is trying to protect Israeli civilians. They're destroying missile launch pads, trying to protect Israeli civilians. I hear many people say, you know, we're trying to replace the Iranian regime. No, that's not what Israel and the United States are trying to do. What Israel and the United States are doing is guaranteeing the safety of Israelis, Americans, citizens of the Gulf countries. We are dismantling the threats, direct threats posed to Israel, to American bases, even to bases in Cyprus, of Western allies in Europe. This is what we're doing. We're tackling the ballistic missile threat and the nuclear program that Iran keeps on developing, despite the world clearly saying to Iran, we do not accept your nuclear enrichment facilities that are solely aimed to destroy Israel. They're saying it bluntly, that their goal is to destroy the state of Israel. And this is what Israel is doing. And Prime Minister Netanyahu said it very clearly, that only the Iranian people can decide who rules them. And we are just trying to make the conditions the safest for them to decide.
Okay, I want to ask you about the threshold for the ground offensive, because it's also a multi-pronged attack that is coming in from Israel, including ground invasion that we've seen in South Lebanon as well. Is Israel now prepared to ensure that all the proxies of Iran are also decimated completely? Is that the plan of Iran, to decimate not just the leadership within Iran, but also the proxies?
Israel has one work plan to ensure that Israeli civilians can sleep at peace. I live in Haifa, in northern Israel, and we are attacked from two fronts, from both Iran and Hezbollah in Lebanon. I expect my government, and which is doing at the moment, to dismantle a threat. I last night sat at the bomb shelter for more than an hour because Hezbollah decided to launch rockets into my city in northern Israel, which is one of the biggest cities in Israel, putting hundreds of thousands of Israeli civilians into bomb shelters. So yes, I am sure that you would also expect India to protect you. And if there's any imminent threat, and we both know that some Indians on borders do face imminent threats from neighboring countries, I do expect my government, as you expect from yours, to do everything in its power to protect me. Unfortunately, as much as the Lebanese government tried, and I give them full credit, they did try to dismantle Hezbollah, but it's a raw terrorist organization, and they didn't manage to fully disarm Hezbollah, and that's where Israel comes in. And we see the Lebanese government, and I thank them for it. The head of the Lebanese government said, we do not allow Hezbollah to work in our territory, and they do that. So Israel has to intervene.
Okay, you mentioned that you worked in the IDF previously. If you can tell us a little bit also about the operations that have been carried out by Israel, because it has been tremendous success on the very first day, the supreme leader of Iran being taken out. And it was on the very first day, but we've seen similar success also with Hezbollah that has been seen by the IDF forces.
Yeah, I think something very unique about the IDF is the level of intelligence. The IDF secret is not vast munitions, it's the people that serve in the IDF. And I think that the people in Israel who serve in the IDF intelligence units are really the top minds of our generations. And we see they are able to locate specific individuals with minimal casualties around them and target them. And the first days, as you mentioned, the supreme leader of Iran, as well as almost 40 other leaders who are directly responsible for the killing of Jews and others all across the world, were eliminated. And I am very proud of my army that they're able to do that. And I think, Sean Hannity said it on Fox News a few days ago in the interview with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. I think this is something that will be learned in military academies for decades to come. And I think that Israel is also willing to cooperate with its allies and help them achieve this level of intelligence.
Okay, all right. In fact, every voice that we've spoken to from Israel has come out in strong support of the government's actions. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast and getting us details of an Israeli perspective on the ongoing war.